Hey, what's up, RTHD world? This is Coach Glenn the Bear with Road to Happy Destiny. Welcome to Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020, and Season 4, Episode 5 of RTHD. Coming to you from Casa 15 Hundo in Metairie, Louisiana. So, hope you're off to a good start today. I know I am. And let's get started with today's program. I'm going to start off with a long version of the Serenity Prayer, since we have used that as a tool for us to have in our toolkit, our toolbox, and have at our disposal at any time we need. Now, most of us know that first portion, okay, which is a great tool. I know some people that use that tool every single day throughout the course of a day. But I'm going to read the long version for you. Some might want to use that as a helpful tool at any point in time throughout the course of a day. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will. Take it out of our own will, right? So that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. And if you're not in the habit of using the Serenity Prayer, I would suggest get started with that. I know I do throughout the course of a day, at least that beginning part, not the long version just yet, but I'm trying to incorporate the long version as well. So, that brings us for today's topic. What is today's tool? Interesting. Well, here we go. Journaling. A journal and all aspects of it will be today's tool. All right, so right now, grab your handy dandy Into Action notebook, grab something to write with, and turn to a brand spanking new page, because we're going to do it. We're going to dive right into action, baby. Here we go. All right, let's put our categories down for today, our two columns. We have, of course, gratitude. What are you grateful for today? And column 2, or category 2, journal. Just write the word journal. Okay, and when I talk about journal today as a tool, I'm talking about multiple aspects of it. Not just writing down a specific thing. Any thoughts, anything that comes to mind, or using a journal on specific days for specific items. So how can you incorporate a journal into action today? Okay, so here we go. Let me share with you what I am grateful for today, and you jot down what you are grateful for today. I am grateful for basic things that I and many take for granted. Talking about journaling today, right, as a tool in my toolbox, in my toolkit. Well, I'm thankful just to be able to read and write. You know, sometimes we just take that for granted. Yeah, I went through schooling and all that kind of stuff, but I can do it, and I'm thankful for the ability to do that. While I'm at it, I'm thankful for the ability to walk every morning. To walk, to talk, to be able to do this show. So I'm grateful for all the things that I take for granted on a daily basis. That's what I'm grateful for today. Okay? As far as journaling goes, all right, I'm not a big journal fan, believe it or not. When I was a student in high school, I had a freshman English teacher that required us to write in a journal, and he had specific guidelines, and you had to follow this, and you had certain topics, and but it was really, I don't know, it was so rigid that even an OCDer like me did not like that, because it didn't allow me any freedom. I didn't want a diary, but I was looking for something different. Well, I tried it a couple of times in college and really to no avail. But as a teacher, I always had my students journal because I felt it would help them with their writing skills. And I would give them topics, but I didn't give them too many guidelines. I did that for them, really, like I said, to enhance their ability to express thoughts onto paper, right? So about over a year ago, okay, January 2019, it was suggested to me to start journal writing as a tool that I could have on a daily basis if I so desired. And what I did was I decided I'm not going to have any rules to this journal, okay? And I don't want to make it real rigid or real Coach Bear OCD-like. It really first started with just kind of a review or a recap, I was going to say that first, of each and every day, you know? And then when I got in the habit of writing in it, I started to jot down things that I wanted to get out of my head, right, and onto paper. And I wasn't ready to talk over with another human being or with someone else, okay? So I would write, you know, not a whole lot, wouldn't get into a whole lot of detail. And then when I had some resentments, what I started to do is I started writing them down on paper in the form of a letter, whether that resentment was with another person, with another group, with a situation. I would just write it, and that would get it out of here and onto paper. And, you know, some of the times I wrote these letters in my journal as I had resentments against others, and I never shared that with them. But I felt like I did because I expressed it, you know, through the pen onto paper. And so the journal idea, I think, is a great tool. I still use it today. I have my handy dandy notebook that I use for RTHD, my Road to Happy Destiny notebook. Yes, I jot down notes about the show, but I also jot down something of a review of the day that stuck out for me, kind of like I encourage you to do at the end of Into Action. You know, for each show, write a reflection. And so, you know, sometimes it's real simple. Sometimes I write one good thing that happened during the day and one thing, I'm not going to say bad, I'm going to say something I need to work on. You know, if it was bad, then okay. If it was, then yeah, just something I want to work on for the next day. So, you know, for mine, lately and over the past year, I haven't had any real rigid rules to follow in my journal writing. I've written letters, I've written reflections, I've written reviews of days, good, bad, whatever, indifferent. And so for today's tool, I want to strongly encourage you out there to get in the habit of journal writing in some way, shape, or form. That's why we started the handy dandy Into Action notebook for you, right? To get you in that habit. And hopefully it's been a beneficial tool for you up to this point, and maybe you can expand on it. So anyway, today's tool, today's T squared, if you will, is journaling and all aspects of the journal. I hope you got something out of that. I know I have been for over the last year, and it's been effective for me. So let's keep these tools in mind as we go throughout our day, each and every single day. Hey, have a wonderful Wednesday, hump day, if you will, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new tool. Peace. Love ya.